Hi, I am Liz, and I'm here today to talk a little bit about the nervous system capacity and the withdrawal loop that often happens in relationship. So there's this tendency for us to be in this experience with a partner where there's real connection, real love developing, true openness and exploration as two people trying to get to know each other and establishing depth and meaningfulness in the connection, in the relationship. And then there's a shift and things start to energetically go quiet, slow down, perhaps pull back. And what we can often interpret from this experience is, what did I do wrong? How could I have done that differently? What did I do that caused this thing? So what I want to say here, that was good, is this is the thing that we're going to talk about for the next few minutes, is that this isn't a personal experience. This is about nervous system capacity. So I really want to normalize the conversation around nervous system capacity. So I'm going to go into a little bit more detail about this series of experiences that can happen in relationship. Okay, so I also want to say that this video and this information, as I'm trying to hopefully convey and that you can hear, that there's nothing in this that's about blame. There's nothing in this that's about pointing the finger, that is trying to establish like a competitive energy between two people or among a group, whatever it is, in whatever relationship this might be, right? This could be a family relationship, a sibling relationship, a parent-child relationship, romantic relationship, any relationship where there is a level of psychological and emotional intimacy that, which is what can generate this series of experiences. So this is really about nervous system education. Again, understanding this from a place of nervous system capacity and the physiological effect of that can show up for any one of us at any point in time in the unfolding of intimacy. And when I say the word intimacy, I mean closeness. I don't mean physical intimacy. I mean closeness of the heart, closeness of the mind, emotional, psychological intimacy. Okay, nervous system intimacy. Ooh, I've never said that one before. That just came to me right now. So nervous system intimacy. Okay, so the loop that I'm gonna talk through is, first we start with love. I'm gonna go into detail about these. Then there's exposure. Then there's a defense, protection. Then there's, then there's shame that comes after the exposure. So love, exposure, shame, defense, and distance. So I'm going to talk about and kind of unpack each of these stages. This is a physiological loop. I just want to keep reinforcing that, a nervous system pattern. Okay, so first there's love. Okay, we experience love. We connect with a person. We feel this authenticity, both in the feeling that we're feeling in ourselves for this person and in the feeling that we're receiving from them. The energy of it is open. The energy of it feels deeply real. It feels deep. It feels connected. It feels present. There's nothing confusing in the love itself. The love feels so real. It doesn't feel manipulative. It doesn't feel controlling. It's like really coming from this place of deeper desire and raw, authentic relating. Okay, so the love is flowing. Through the love, we start to feel this experience of exposure. So exposure is when we start to open up, we're seen more in our truth. We're seen more in all of us, all of the real places that we are. There is vulnerability. There is vulnerability with this. There is these places that perhaps we don't allow ourselves to see and others to see, that start to move forward and start to move up and be opened to. This is a natural process that happens also physiologically as we create and experience intimacy with another person. So these places start to move forward, and we allow ourselves to be seen as we are being gifted the spaces to see another person. The love itself is not a dangerous experience. There's just an opening. It's a natural, physiological experience that happens as we connect. It's real. This is how love functions in our nervous system. Connection is happening. Love is happening. Okay, then this next stage, which is shame. Okay, as we start to feel exposed, as we feel vulnerable, all of these places perhaps unmet, I will say, maybe not even perhaps, often this is what happens if we haven't met these places of shame inside of ourselves. They start to feel touched into, they start to feel connected to, they start to feel tender. They start to feel, tender and vulnerable are the best ways to describe it. Like there's a rawness to being open and exposed to another person. Here is where all of the protectiveness starts to come up. So the shame starts to be open to, the pieces that have been with us for decades start to feel present, even if we're not cognitively understanding and consciously understanding. In fact, that's usually what it isn't. It's usually an unconscious response. So things start to show up like quietly. Sometimes they start to become more loud, but things like, I'm not enough. I can never do this good enough. I can never make this work. I'm gonna fail. I'm failing you. I'm gonna disappoint you. I can never do this right. All of these things, they're the body working. They're the body memory. This is the patterned place. This is the patterned language. This is the patterned belief that's coming up through the process of becoming vulnerable. Okay, this is like an important phrase that I want to speak, and hopefully it can be something that you can take with you, that this truth of us, so the authenticity of us without the nervous system capacity, starts to feel like a threat to the body. It starts to feel like a threat, like danger to the nervous system, right? So before I said love is not dangerous, right? What starts to feel dangerous to the nervous system from a place of learned patterned protection is the exposure. It's the vulnerability. It's the places that we haven't talked to, that we haven't met, that we haven't understood, that we haven't accepted, that are living inside of us. And they come up and through in the dynamic of intimacy. It's just what starts to happen. Okay, so the next stage, defense. So this is when the protectiveness starts to happen. When exposure is happening, functionally, it can just, that's too much. That's too much. It can be too much too fast. It can be done in a way that is slower and softer and gentler. And this is where intimacy and romantic relationship has the capacity to help us heal ourselves. If we go slowly, if we integrate and become present with these experiences as they are arriving, this is when the transformation can happen, if we want it to, if we choose for it to. And if you're in a partnership where these experiences can be met by both people with presence, okay? But the responsibility for this experience is happening within ourselves. So it's not about changing the way another person, I mean, there might be boundaries that need to be stated about, the type of language that's used or whatever. But ultimately what I'm trying to say is that the experience of the healing of the raw places, of the shame places, that's our own work. And intimate relationship helps us see where those places are still living inside of us. So if we can stay open, this is where healing can happen. That's not the point of this video, so I'm just going to keep talking about the stage here. So the stage of defense, which is all of these protective mechanisms. The nervous system wants to go into protection. When the nervous system is threatened, it feels danger. This is the primal brain fight or flight mechanism. It goes into, how can I protect myself? And there are many different mechanisms that can be employed as a shield to protect. Okay, this can be withdrawal, this can be defense, this can be blame, this can be intellectualization. I can feel something, but I still actually am not allowing myself to be with it, to move through it. Intellectualization, conceptualization, controlling, becoming overwhelmed, collapsing, all of these different stages or different mechanisms to protect. I go into more detail about this in a Substack article that I wrote this week, and I'll put a link to that in the comments below. And then the final stage is distance. So this is a moving away. This is a pulling back. This is a reducing contact, making space. This is the place where many of us interpret the pullback from a partner as they don't love me. So it starts to trigger our own stuff. They don't love me. They never loved me. They don't care about me. This is really important here, that distance after or due to intimacy is not for lack of love. It's not indifference. This is simply the nervous system mechanism playing itself out. This is the nervous system trying to regulate itself. And so it feels like there is no care, there is no love, but it's not actually what's true. It's the body doing what it knows how to do, the patterned way of doing what it knows how to do to maintain learned safety. Okay, so this sequence of these 5 steps, it's really, I just want to end with reiterating once more that there's nothing wrong or bad about this pattern. This is a neutral understanding. This is us growing in our ability to be aware. This is nervous system capacity awareness. And when we don't understand what that is at any of these points on whatever experience of that dynamic we are in, we can abandon ourselves because we simply don't understand what the nervous system is doing in ourselves and in the other person who we're in this dynamic with. So the pattern is movable, it's shiftable, it's transformable, all of these things. If it's not showing up now, it can show up. It's not showing up yet, and it can shift. There is so much possibility for this to change. Okay, so I'm hoping that we can hear all of this and learn from this, and we can do a few things. 1, stop personalizing withdrawal. So when a person withdraws, stop making it about ourselves if that's happening. To distinguish love from capacity, love is still there. The nervous system capacity might not be compatible at this point. Recognize when repair might not be available. And again, this is about nervous system capacity. This is about awareness. This isn't personal. And to exit cycles of self-blame. Again, this, what did I do wrong? How could I have done something differently? Love doesn't heal when... Love doesn't heal. Sorry, I want to say this clearly. Love doesn't heal what the nervous system can't stay in capacity with. Love doesn't heal what the nervous system can't stay present with. Being present is the key. It's presence and self-responsibility. These are the keys. Love is a beautiful experience in life for us to grow deeper into our relationship with ourselves if we and the person we're with, if we allow that to happen. Okay, so I think this is where I want to end this, which is how to maintain our dignity in the experience of things maybe transitioning, in things ending, in things feeling ruptured. How to maintain our dignity and how to maintain this curiosity with oneself, knowing that we don't have control over another person's nervous system experience and how they want to be in relationship with their own body. We can support, we can love, we can even try to, share information, educate, create awareness, and we cannot shift another person's nervous system capacity. Only we can do that for ourselves. I hope this was helpful. I hope you got something out of this. If this resonated in any way, this is the work that I support with. I support people to understand how to draw their wholeness through their own processing back into themselves, to feel this reconnection of fragmented parts so that we can stay in a place of powerfulness. This is a reclamation of most of us, a childhood infant patterning that's been with us for a very long time. And it's the way that we can support ourselves to have capacity for conscious relationship, to have capacity for conscious, devotional, authentic relationship. If this is something that you want to talk more about and you feel a resonance here with me and my energy, you'll find ways to get in touch with me on my profile, and I look forward to hearing from you, and thank you for making time to listen and learn.